There we are. Hey, we're live. Woo! All right. Good morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. God damn it. Oh, let's just. Anyhow, uh, sorry about that. Welcome to
That
Free
part
Comic Book. Welcome
edited.
to. Yeah, I know that was great. Yeah, I see. I see you got. I see you have a machine that goes ding. Um, Here's a Monty Python reference for you. We are live because this is a free comic book day. If everyone hasn't gone to your local comic book shops to get free stuff and or drawings and or whatever else that was happening at your local comic book event, you missed out on a fun day. I don't know
Woo!
what was happening because I was doing interviews all day, so we're here. Anyhow,
I was working.
I know, it's great.
All the working computers, you do not know the sacrifice I made.
But
Sorry.
it's all right. We're on episode 358 with, of course, Katelynn from Moonlight Comics, who is, of course, the second place winner from the TGT tournament number 5, which was last August. I finally got her back on the show. She's very extremely hard to track down, and you're only going to be able to see a picture of her because she doesn't have a camera.
I
So
wasn't. Oh, no one gave me a heads up. So hey, we're doing videos.
I
Oh,
said, I
go
said
get a
it,
webcam.
I said it was a video interview. That's
I didn't read video. It's
You
okay.
didn't see video in bold letters there.
No. You can all enjoy my awesome picture though of
But
my me being drawing character.
it's a very nice picture, though, I have to admit. so,
Fine.
so, so how have you been? What's been new with yourself with Moonlight after that grueling tournament, which you went up against some pretty stiff competition there?
Yes, I like to, before I forget, 'cause knowing my terrible memory, I will. I would like to thank everybody who's voted for me because I'm just completely in huge awe on how many people vote for me. I was watching the votes going, and I was like, wow, this is like too many people that like Moonlight. Something's going on, but I really appreciate everybody, especially people on my Facebook, people on the website. I mean, it's awesome. Thank you all for voting me for second. Woo! I'm in pretty good. I finally finished school. Yay. I went to I got an associate's degree in computer networking technology,
Good.
and now I work at a public library. So now I'm in control of 32 computers, and I am the tyrant of that room. I just don't allow games, food, and movies.
I don't think tyrant is really the word for it. It's more like you're monitoring the network so that nothing bad happens. Tyrant seems like you're a dictator.
Oh, I like the dictator better. I just wish people stop watching porn on my computers. I don't know why they think it's okay to do that in public. Go home and do it, please. I don't want to know. No, one cracks me up. He prints out hentai and he tells me it's cartoons, so it's okay. I was like, no, I know what this is. Don't do it again, or I'm going to rip it up. He did it again. It got ripped up.
Next time, set fire to it.
Oh, I wish I could set fire. Fire, like the extinguishers, the fire extinguishers will go crazy. Sparklers, whatever the things are that come and rain is.
The sprinklers. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty good. Moonlight is slowly doing this. Julia and me are still working on it, so no problems there. The only issue is probably my side because I'm taking forever to write the scripts for the pages. I'm really working on it, and I'm trying to save up to I get a full chapter 8 before I post up some pictures of chapter 8. So at least have some more pictures for everybody, and I appreciate everybody checking back, going on the website, because every time I see someone see the number going up because I have a counter, it encourages me to finish writing the page. I think it's all written now. I just have to write out the script now.
Well,
It's just easier for Julia.
That's funny because I was talking to Keith Wood, who's back with Mysteries of the Arcana, and his writer, or that writer for that, Jay Gray, is actually writing the entire chapter first, and then submitting it to the artist.
Yeah, that's what I did. I mean, I wrote the whole book Moonlight already, and then I started looking for artists because Moonlight was actually posted on adultfanfiction.net only because of the language and how violent I made the pages. I kind of had to tone down the violence a bit. But I had like over 1,000 hits on that website, and I was like, okay, since I hit 1,000, why don't I look for pages, like making them get them done? So I, of course, in our first interview, I told you how I met Julia and Puri, and now it's just me and Julia. So, but it's like I'm just very happy I still am in contact with her, and she's very understanding on why it's taking forever.
But it's interesting though. It's a great comic. You know, we've had you on the past, and you know, I know writing for a comic is extremely difficult, and the fact that you have a steady artist who's a very good artist. You know, I'd love to get her on the show as well too.
That's a
Um,
bugger.
yeah, it happens. But I think that it's a testament to, you know, the ability to work with multiple people in different time zones, as well as you know, deadlines that you're setting for yourself, and
Mhm.
the organizational aspect. People don't quite understand how difficult it actually can be.
It's a little bit hard, and I try not to be like that. Oh God, hurry up, email. So I've been trying to be a little bit more like considerate with Julie. I've been checking on her and say, hey, how you doing? How you feeling? How's your family? Because if I know like she's not feeling so hot, or there's a family, if she doesn't tell me anything like all this stuff, but if she tells me like, oh, the family we're having a situation, I was like, okay, I don't pry because it's not my business.
Of course, yeah.
But like when something happened, I just like, okay, I hope everything works out. Don't worry about the comic this week. Focus what you need to focus on. Because truthfully, I mean, Moonlight's an awesome comic, and I'd love to have it going. But this is, I consider this her part-time job, and I understand like other stuff comes first.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to be like, oh, not her again.
And that's very considerate and very understanding. But you also want to keep, you know, your fans coming back, your readers coming
That's
back, I
true.
should
Yeah.
say, as well. So as considerate as you are, you also have to think about yourself too, and think
Yeah.
about what business, what model you're trying to bring up, especially if you want to make this into an actual graphic novel, which I'd love to see.
Yeah. Well, it was bought as a graphic novel, P2 Manga, but unfortunately P2 Manga closed their doors this year. They
Uh,
weren't making enough profit, so unfortunately they had to close it. They still have 16 books, and if anybody still wants to buy it, contact me through email or Facebook. I see what I can do. I'll send you to the publisher, and the publisher will either send you a book or I don't know. They'll figure something out. I'll figure things out. Things work out when I decide things are in motion. Like, all right, this person needs my fan needs a book. Done. Getting done. And I'll ask my publisher. It's like, I need this book now. My fan needs it.
they're paying. Um, what about yourself? You know, but besides being a network admin for a library, you know, how are you keeping yourself busy?
Well, I'm still writing Moonlight, and I have other projects I'm working on. Though I fear that these projects will not become comics, only because one, I don't have time to look for an artist, and two, one story I'm co-writing with, and the co-writer is a pain in the butt. She will not help me find an artist, and when I do find an artist I like, she says she doesn't like it, and she doesn't tell me why. And I was like, just tell me. So I finally just done it. And I was like, you know what? If you wanted the comic, find the artist, and then I'll be the one to say I don't like it. We'll trade it off. But no, I'm mostly trying to focus on getting Moonlight finished now. But again, I have other projects running. I'm trying to think of things to other than Moonlight selling. I kind of have an idea of a card game with Moonlight involved. Like Earth, Fire, Water is like rock, paper, scissors. I just kind of have to figure out what beats what.
Well, if you're there's a particular game I've been playing, a mobile game called Brave Frontier,
Mhm.
and it has like water beats fire, earth beats, lightning beats earth, and fire beats earth, and fire beats or lightning beats water or whatever. I don't know. It's like, and there's light and dark and all that other stuff as well too. So it's personally I thought fire would beat water, but apparently not. Go figure.
Well, I was going to go, okay, so this is going to be easy. Fire beats earth, and water beats fire, and air gets beat by somebody.
Air beats earth.
No, air beats water, so because it dries it up. But then my sister's like, no, it can't work like that because earth can beat fire too. I was like, I don't want to make this complicated.
Earth beats air. There you go.
I was like, earth beats air. This is like not. I was like, I don't. You know what? This is a card game. It's not politics, please.
Why is this elemental wheel all screwed up?
I was like, I don't care. So I was just like, I'm thinking like they're like not now, but like when Moonlight's back up and going, and I talked to Julie about because I haven't even talked about the card idea, and she's all for it. Then I'll start making those cards, and if anybody wants them, they can donate $2 to Moonlight so I can keep going.
You could always
Because that's
do,
all a Kickstarter.
yeah, Kickstarter, a low price point, and put it together. I think that would be rather interesting.
Well, I have a hard time. Everybody says I should do Kickstarter, and the problem is I don't know what to offer people to donate money.
You're a writer, an artist. You can, just throw stuff together. It shouldn't be that too bad. I mean,
I know. It's just for me. I was like, is that really worth $2? I just kind of have to not man up. I kind of put girl up. There you go. I have the girl
Right.
up and put my stuff up there, and it's like, okay, so this is what you get, because I'm to a point of I was like, okay, this is gonna be awesome. They can have like a walk-on roll on a comic, and they donate this much money. Their character can show up as long as it's in the Moonlight world.
Sure.
I cannot have like elves walking in. I'm sorry, no elves, no like what is it like half demons and stuff. I'm sorry. I love half demons. Have no problem with it, but it won't work in the Moonlight world. They're humans.
Just make a likeness of them and put them in the background, and there you go.
That's very much. It's like I'm thinking like if you spend $5, you're in the comic. If you spend $10, you say a line.
Wow, that's really cheap.
Just,
That's excessively cheap. You should really do some research first before you.
I know,
mention
that's
it
why
on
I'm
the
terrible. Like
podcast.
people tell me, it's like you should charge more.
You should.
And then like Kickstarter wants you to do a video. I was like, no, I'm gonna do a video now. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I just gotta like finally take some time, tell everybody not to bug me for an hour, and then figure out all this stuff. And
Well,
I have to have my friend be a dictator to me and will not let me out of my room until I made up Kickstarter lists.
Ooh, look, cats. That's the worst. Locking someone in a room with an internet connection.
I was like, no.
What about it's almost the middle of the year. Lots gone by. Have you been to any conventions, or are you planning on doing any conventions, either as an attendee or a guest?
I'm doing attendees still. I'm doing Balticon, which is my first one this year, and I'm pretty excited. Two of my writers are going, and I'm pretty excited to find them, and I like to call slightly stalk them, but not stalking legally, just not creepy. I'm just going to say, oh my god, there they are. Where are they going? Follow. Just for a bit, and then say hi, and then move away quickly. And I got Balticon coming up that I go every year, and I keep an eye on like which artists are going or which comic books are going, and Mystic Revolution is going, and I was like, yes, I will see her again. Hopefully, she will not call me Lotion Girl.
Okay. What you need to do is take a picture beside her, and then at least.
Well, she's she's super nice, and she actually added me to her Facebook friends, and I was like, oh, yes. I just feel all shock and fangirlish when I come with art, like meet people who write webcomics that I read. I was like, oh my god, you are like slightly god now.
But
You're like an idol.
you're a writer as well, though. I mean, you can. It's not to say that you haven't done a comic. You have one available, and
Yeah.
it's great that you're putting. It's great that you're putting like such a presence on other people that you admire. I mean, that's wonderful. But you need to promote yourself as well.
Yeah. Well, this year I'm kind of, because the last 2 years when I met Janie, I've been giving her like presents and it's like, here, thank you so much for working on it. She actually didn't ask me. I don't remember telling her about a comic. But I was dressed up in cosplay, and she asked, "Oh, are you dressed up like one of your characters?" I was like, "Did I mention this to her?" I was like, "I don't remember." But this year, I'm actually going to give her one of my books and say, "Here, read this, please." That one, and another person which I have my sights on is Uncle Yo. I met him last year. He was really nice, and if he's coming to Otakon this year, I will give him one of my books and ask him to read it and keep it.
Who's Uncle Yo?
Uncle Yo is a comedian,
Hmm.
and he hates this, but if you YouTube him, and they'll show some of his parts and all, he really just apparently well, I've listened to his podcast. He apparently does not like YouTube, so. And you're YouTubing it now.
Yes, I am actually. I'll look at it afterwards.
Mm-hmm. But he's really funny and all, and I went to like a show last year, and the people in the crowds overheard me telling somebody else because I was making small talk. So this is my first Uncle Yo. They all turned to me, looked at me like I have a third head, and said, "Why are you on the third row? You must be in the front." So they moved me to the front so I can have like a full view of Uncle Yo, and I was like, "This is awesome." So, but everybody I enjoy going to conventions. Everybody's super nice to me and everybody except for Sunday. I can understand that because everybody's tired. I would be too. I dress like a zombie on Sunday because that's pretty much how much I feel.
I would do that on the Friday just so I could be like, not awake, coffee, not working.
Well, I dressed like a zombie one year, and I don't remember when this was, but I scared Jenny Briggs on Devil's Panties.
Mm-hmm.
I scared her.
Jenny Breeden.
Jen Breeden, thank you. I scared her. I went up to her and she's like, "Oh wow, I don't want to be mean, but you're scaring me." I was like, "I'm so sorry," because I was trying to say hi to her and talk to her, and it kind of freaked her out. So the next day, I wasn't in zombie garb, and I was in like nice clothes, and I was like, not nice clothes, like a nice costume.
Yeah.
And I talked to her. I was like, "Hey, I was a zombie yesterday. I'm the one that scared you. I'm sorry." I don't think she remembers me now. That's okay.
She's a very interesting person to talk with, and definitely entertaining and great comic, and you can spend all day at her table.
Oh yeah, it's like she's super nice, and like again, every comic book artist I come across to, I was like they're super nice because one, they're really nice to me. They don't saying, "Can you leave my table, please?" They never tell me that. And that to me is you're very nice to me.
Well, that's good. That's good stuff. So what else has been happening? I mean, have you you originally wrote Moon Knight. Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. That's a hell of an idea to make like a story sequel of her. That's a name I can use.
You originally wrote it for that adult website there, and you brought it in now. Have you fine-tuned it, or did you keep it as is? Did you like go through the book again and just I really wanted to fix this, or I wanted to do that?
I go through the book before I send it to Julia. I do read the chapter again to make sure what the heck I put in, because sometimes I'll forget what I write, and I'll make sure that this part I really want be written. I will tell Julia, "I want you to write this part, please. Draw this part." So, and I just like to read. It's like, and sometimes I wonder, why did I write this? Does this not make sense at all? Was I desperate at this time just to move on? So I'll have to go back and fix it, and then put in either a different scene, or if it's good without that scene, I'll take it out.
Well,
So it's altered.
good to know that you're going through and you're actually taking the time to edit it and everything like that as well too.
Moonlight goes through about 2 editors. One's me, and then another one's my best friend because she likes to claim that I do not know editing at all if it bits me in my arm. So she goes through it as well to make sure everything sounds right and grammar-wise. And then it goes to Julia. I think the only person I'm really harassed is my friend to work on the editing. It's like, are you done editing yet? Are you done editing yet? Are you done editing yet? And she's like, no, I'm not. It's like, do it. I have children. Bring them to my house. I will watch them. You edit. And my watching them is giving them Nintendo DSs and letting them play Mario. That's my watching.
Or at least have them beat Pokemon for you.
Oh, she has Pokemon. She don't let the boys play Pokemon at all. They like Mario. I have Mario, and he's cool. And Katie's awesome. I let them watch Ben 10, Batman. She don't let them watch Batman at home. And I looked earlier. She's insane.
What?
I was like, why?
How can you? Now, is it Batman the Animated Series or is it
Batman the Animated Series and Batman Brave and the Bold is because they're young kids, like 4 and 5, and she don't want like violence introduced to them.
Wait.
And I look at her and I'm like, why? That's just wrong of so many levels.
Just, I guess, wait until they're like maybe 7 or 8, possibly. But I mean, Batman the Animated Series had some pretty interesting amounts of violence, though, too.
Oh, I loved it when I was little. I was like, oh
yeah.
God, this is so awesome. This Batman, he's beating up people.
In comic book fashion.
I know. I was like, oh, awesome, Batman. But when they come over to my house, they watch Batman, they watch Ben 10, they watch Spider-Man. I said, as long as you guys don't beat each other up, I don't care.
Well,
I'm the fun end.
Let's talk about the tournament itself here, because similar to a Kickstarter, the actual tournament for you, I mean, was your first time in it, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came to the actual like promotion of it, I mean, what was it about that tournament that made you wanted to go as far as you could with it?
I think because like when you sent me the message, like congratulations, you're in the semifinals, and I was like, and I didn't know this. I was like, what? Wait, Moonlight was in a contest? And then when I saw it, I was like, wow, these fans really care about it. I should really put it out there and like show my thanks and support and I guess ask more people to vote for me. So I was just like, if my fans care, I should really boost it up and pretty much spam everybody I know. I was spamming my Facebook page. I was spamming Moonlight's Facebook page. I was spamming my website. I was spamming my publisher and my artist, and like, tell everybody to vote. Like, and my work, I spam my work a lot, and it's like, oh, okay, we'll vote for you. I was like, this site right here. Just vote.
It was a different format of voting as well too. It was a little different poll system that I had to use in the back end of it. It was not one that I liked, but it turned out okay. But it was colorful at least. That was nice.
Yeah, it was very colorful. I just liked it. Everyone was watching it, and like I was a lead, and then Power Girl was in the lead, and then I was in the lead, and then Power Girl was the lead, and I was like, and then Power Girl like way ahead of me. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make that far. I was like, I think I'm like 1 minute away before like midnight, and like 1,000 votes away from from Moonlight. I was like, he won. They won.
Yeah.
Touché.
Yeah.
The lady clap. I was like, good job.
Golf clap.
Golf clap. I called the lady clap because I don't play golf.
I just remember that from the Emilio Estevez, Charlie Sheen garbage pickup movie from the early or mid 90s. Men at Work, that's what it was. Golf Club, Golf Club. There you go.
It's like
But
good,
yeah,
good show, good show. And I was like, good show, good show. And I wasn't really upset. I was like, I was just amazed I became second place, and I was just like, woo! So, I mean, Power Girl, I did look at their site. I think they deserve the first place.
girl power.
Girl power. I'm just like, I'm terrible at this.
It's okay.
I'm not being mean. I'm not like being snide or anything. I'm not. I just messed it up. I just messed up by accident.
Right.
So, but like I look on their site and say they deserve to be first place.
Well,
Like, Moonlight was surprised that someone like voted, and then when you told me like Moonlight was a dark horse, I was like, tell me more why Moonlight was like in this thing. So I mean, when you tell me like dark horse, I was like, I don't know if I should be happy or a little upset, but I'm not sure. She's in second place, so I can't really like complain.
Well, at the time of the initial seeding of the actual 50 some odd comics, I mean, there was some really good competition overall. It wasn't just there was about 2 or 3 dark horses in the entire tournament that when they made it past the first round, okay, understandable. When you made it to the second round, all right, well then there's a good amount of fan base and a good amount of readership that really enjoyed the comics, and it just keeps getting tougher and tougher. And there were some extremely popular ones that I was expecting to go fairly far, and it didn't. So it's great to see that those that are actually paying attention are taking the time to do that, and you did extremely well with who you had to compete against, and that was the main thing. It was rather interesting.
They're very impressive, and I was like, wow, I'm up here. It's awesome. I was like, I'm in the final 4. I was like, I don't care if I win or lose. This is just awesome. So I appreciate the fans, appreciate my friends and my family. I appreciate them spamming everybody they know. So I really appreciate what they did. Appreciate everybody voting for me. So I was like, yay!
Yeah, because I have to do one this year as well too. So that'll be fun. It'll be time consuming in August. So hey, look forward to the 6th annual TGT tournament in August, starting the entire month of August. So with episodes something to something and whatever else it is, it's probably going to be like 251 to 300, something like that, give or take. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that, and we'll kind of go from there.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna watch it this one. Who's gonna win this time?
It's gonna be geez, goes into 2012. Gosh, I think for the 6th anniversary, I'm just gonna do like 100. Forget the 50 aspect. It's just gonna be just a mass of people. Yeah.
Like so many people. At first when you were doing the interview, I was like, okay, well he probably will do a round table for everybody, and we're gonna do 1-on-1. I was like, oh, that's gonna be neat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if roundtables were available, I would totally do that.
Yeah.
But it came back to I like to do the individual interviews with people, like to see where they are, what they're doing, if they've got anything different or new, and I like giving them the spotlight they deserve, like yourself. And I know you're working extremely hard on Moonlight. I want to see it do extremely well in the future. And I'd love to know more about whatever other projects that you actually are coming up with too. So,
forewarn though, I'm getting into steampunk, so it's happening.
That's not a bad thing.
No, I just gotta be careful, and when I'm working on a little bit of it, but mostly my focus is Moonlight. But I gotta be careful on what I read and what I watch, because again, I get influenced very easily. So I kind of have to either if I've read something, I have to wait and then start writing it because then I'll have to remember what I just read.
No, very
Because
true.
again, my friends will read it, and she'll look at me with a glare and say, "You watched this, didn't you?" No. So don't lie to me. And I was like, yes. And then she hits me with the book.
That's too funny.
So
So what
it's
else?
playful. It's not abuse.
What happened to your head?
I watch TV.
I
It's
don't.
my punishment.
TV is my punishment. Oh wait, this bump on my head is. Is there anything that I haven't brought up that you'd like to share with those that are listening to this or watching this?
Moonlight will be not just one website. I'm looking back on Smack Chiefs and seeing what I can do with that, and maybe, and there's no promises, but maybe go back because I did get like a lot of fan travel through there. And when you Google search it, Smack Chiefs shows up. So I'm really thinking about
Hmm.
going back to Smack Chiefs and have my other website. But what I'm planning to do is have the website I give you, Kurt, updated first, and then Smack G's update a little bit later. So it's see if I can slowly wean people out of Smack G's instead of like suddenly pulling Moonlight out of Smack G's and hope for the best.
Hmm.
So I
You,
figured that'd be easier.
yeah, no, I think that would be pretty interesting. You could also, just have a link to the actual from the SmackView site going and say, here's the actual website.
Well, I did that, and apparently a lot of people ask. Like, I went back on Smack G's to see if anybody leaves a comment, and a lot of them are asking, when's Moonlight coming back? Is Moonlight updating? It's like, I put them, we have moved. I guess no one's reading that. It's Moonlight on a horse. So I was like, I'm surprised that no one saw that.
Well, maybe that's not clear enough. Maybe you should have something like an image saying, "Moonlight has moved to this."
Well, I have the link, and I put in like in Arthur's comments. So it's like, hey, Moonlight moved because it's a little bit more cheaper on the Wix, and I had to pay money to update Aver pages, and that's how. But so far, let me check how many people I get visiting my page right now. So far, I have 905 visits, and which is awesome because people are still coming. I just kind of hope I get more people coming in and visiting page. And like everybody knows, Moonlight is on koimunstudios.wix.com/moonlight. If anybody shows up, that's awesome. There is a comment box. There is a comics box that you guys can leave a message.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping that people like, because in the Smack G's, people are leaving comments and letting me know like how much I like pages, and I don't see any comments at all. So I was like, is anybody reading this comic still? So it's like people come in, especially my old fans, and they come down and say, "Hey, I came from Smack Jeeves. I love this kind of page. Please give me more." That encourages me more to start saving up and post and all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And I'm glad that I'm glad that you're still remaining active and everything like that with it too. And it's good, it's good that you're actually checking back and making sure that they're seeing that you are still active. And I think that's the main thing. Even if it's just a blog post or something along that line, you're able to keep that fan base that loves what you're doing informed.
Oh yeah, I've been trying. I have a Facebook page with Moonlight. I'll tell you what. Try. I'm been trying to keep up with it and so let everyone knows what's going on with it. That's on Facebook page. Um, and I also opened up a new one for Koi Moon Studios. Studio, not O's, because it's just me. Uh, so it's sorry, I got people in the background.
No, it's okay. So
So
it's
I have a It's www.facebook.kms.moonlight?ref equals HM. I'm putting a link up there.
Yeah,
It's a hard thing.
you'll just put it in the actual. Well, I'll put it in the show notes once we're done here, and we'll
Yeah.
be able to have them see what where else you're available, and Twitter as well if you're doing that too, and we'll get them connected to you either way. That's no
I'm doing a little bit Twitter. I think the only people from Twitter is really watching me is people from Slenderman, which is awesome. I love Slenderman. So like if somebody like Alex is following me, I'll
Mhm.
say this is awesome. If Slenderman's following me, I'll be looking out my window trying to see where he is. If no one knows it, it's Slenderman's from Creepypasta, and he's one of my favorites because he's a 7 foot tall guy, and you don't know what he does. He just stares at you. It's kind of creepy.
Okay, good to know.
No, I'm working on another one. It's my first horror, and Slenderman is part of it. He he encourages my character from being kind of evil. So
Why does that sound a lot like the Stephen King Slenderman type thing?
truthfully, I haven't read Stephen King. I watched the movies, but
It,
I should really go into reading him.
actually,
Um,
it was a movie as well.
oh, was it?
Yeah,
Which one was that?
Slenderman.
I don't think Stephen King wrote Slenderman.
I don't know. I just know it was a movie.
Slenderman came from, I think, it's Victor, and I think his last name is Church. It came from something horrible. I think it's pretty much went huge, and now there's a game for Slenderman, and I'm very angry with that because when I say, "Oh, I like Slenderman," they say, "Well, the game just came out." I was like, "No, it's the stories. There's no stories." Creepypasta, Slenderman, look please. It's there. And they're like, I don't know, I said, just do YouTube. And like, Marble Hornets is awesome. Tribal 12 is pretty cool. Noah's pretty neat. Everyman Hybrid is pretty cool. That's like my top 3 Slenderman videos. Enjoy watching.
I'll have to look them up. There's so many YouTube channels out there that I'd love to watch as much as I can. I've been really getting into the honest trailers and how this should have ended.
Yeah, how I should end it. Hold on one second.
Hmm.
I have to travel somewhere because they're doing stuff upstairs and
That's okay.
they don't notice I'm talking on the phone on a computer. No, when they did the Hunger Games, they did like Slender Games,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was pretty funny. He's like, "It's Slender Man, no one wins." I was like, I just started cracking up. But my favorite one is pretty much the proxies that comes out. I just find this very fascinating from Slender Man.
Hmm.
And pretty much my book, the horror one I'm working on, is about some of Slender Man's proxies. Is my original ones, so it's not about Masky or Tiki Toby or Clocky, Clockwork.
Hmm.
It's not about them, but my own, and they're kind of cannibals.
What, they're like paleo cannibals or?
Well, it doesn't insinuate that they're cannibals, but they do call humans meat.
Oh, they're just
So
calling a spade that because technically we are meat.
that's true. But they're just like it's a group of like teenagers and little people, and the 2 youngest ones like to sing, "Here comes the meat, delicious, delicious meat." I was like, this is so creepy, putting it in. So,
Oh,
but again, I'm still working on Moonlight. So, fear not, fans. Moonlight is not gone. She's still working. Again, I have to get outlets for the other stuff, so it won't kind of integrate it in Moonlight. So it'll still be Moonlight.
hmm. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see it, and I think that it'll be interesting to see. And I want to know more about what's happening, and I know many people do as well.
Yep. And again, I tell people, fans, don't be shy. You can welcome to like my page if I have more people liking Facebook. I will contact you. I don't mind talking to anybody. It's like if they say, "Hey, I like your comic. Can you talk?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll talk to you." Friend, friend. I friend you. You're on my Facebook page, and I enjoy talking to fans. I find it really fun and fascinating when I talk to them, and it's just like I can't believe you're liking Moonlight. You're awesome. Uh, so I enjoy that, and I always ask fans like, "Hey, I'm going to do a Kickstarter. What do you want from Kickstarter?" And that helps me out a great deal because then I know exactly what people want, and I can put that on Kickstarter and have that finally set up and going. I'm also thinking about to go to GoFundMe. That should
Yeah.
give me some money for comics. So a lot of people are saying I should go there. So I got a lot of places to check and see, and then my income. I'm getting paid a little bit more better than my previous job,
Hmm.
and I'm very thankful for my job because I enjoy. Even though I guess some people that drives me a little bit insane and crazy, I do appreciate the regulars and what I do, and the pay can't hurt because then Moonlight gets back up again, and I don't have to worry about do I need to eat this week.
Good goals to have, you know. Well, that's wonderful to hear, and you know, I thank you so much for this interview here, Katelynn. I really appreciate it, and you know, congratulations again on being that second place winner of the tournament. And you know, I'd love to have you back on. I want to know more about your steampunk project and everything like that. And don't be a stranger now.
I want thank you so much, and everybody again, please visit Moonlight webpage. I'll be very greatly appreciated.
Well, I hate to say it, but that ends this episode of Two Geeks Talking, I should say. And that was episode 358. Tune in next weekend for two interviews. We're going to have the creators of Enemy Transmission, creator, I should say, back on the show on Saturday around 11 o'clock in the morning for that one. On Sunday, we're going to have Kennedy Cook Garza, I believe her name is, from Super Bitch. So that's
Sorry.
that. That's her comic. It's great. It's hilarious. It's superbitchcomic.com, and you should take a look at it because it's just cracks me up. I love it.
I'm,
I'm
I'm
glad
kind
that
of looking at it right now. I'm looking for it.
yeah, it's hilarious. But no, gonna have Kennedy on the show. Looking forward to talking with her about her successful Kickstarter campaign, and whatever else we get into with both comics. I'm looking forward to that. I know you are as well, and of course, those that are watching and listening, make sure you take the time to subscribe to our iTunes channel. Search for Two Geeks Talking or TGT Media on iTunes. I'd love for you if you could like, subscribe, as well as give a feedback, give an actual review. If you happen to do 5 stars, wonderful. But I wanted to make sure it's an honest review, and the more reviews I get, the higher rating I get, and the more content I can put out for you. So thanks everyone for watching, listening. You'll find this on the YouTube channel as well at youtube.com/TGT Media. And look for more interviews. And of course, I want to thank our intern, Sarah. She is doing text-based interviews every Wednesday on twogeekstalking.com or tgtmedia.com. She's had 3 interviews so far. She's going to be continuing off the entire summer, so look every Wednesday for an interview. And soon, I believe next month, she'll be starting actual video interviews like what you see here. So comic creators, entertainment people, video games, everyone like that. Thanks for taking the time for helping her as a journalist be part of this show. And finally, one last note. I want to let everyone know that we are on Patreon, which is patreon.com/Two Guys Talking, which is the word two, TWO, Guys Talking. And if you want to, support the actual show itself, like many have in the past, take the time, put some money towards that, and I'll greatly appreciate it. And you'll get a lot more content than what you're actually seeing on these videos. So thanks everyone for watching and listening. Tune in next week for another great interviews with Kurt Sasso and Two Geeks Talking.